Okay, good evening. Welcome to your yin practice. My name is Riva. We're going to start our practice lying down. And today we're practicing up in the La Salle Mountains. It's just it's in Utah, kind of outside of Arches, actually. So really beautiful, but up on top of the mountains, very windy. Yeah, hopefully the wind isn't too distracting in your practice. We'll get ourselves started lying down. So go ahead and find your backside. Bring your body to your mat and walk your feet to the outside edges of your mat. Let your knees knock in towards each other. Bring one hand to your chest and one hand to your belly. Let's take 3 breaths to enter into practice. Inhale through your nose, full breath in. So pull the breath all the way down into your lungs. Feel like you're stretching your lungs to maximum capacity. Hold it. And then open your mouth and exhale. We'll take a couple more like that. Inhale through your nose. Pull the breath in nice and slow, nice and steady. Let the breath expand your lungs to maximum capacity. Hold it. And then open your mouth and exhale. One more full breath in. Take the biggest breath you've taken so far. Let it expand your lungs to maximum. Hold your breath. Feel full of air. And then open your mouth and exhale. So allow your body to relax down on the ground. And then bringing your full awareness to the sensations that you're feeling here. So you might notice that there's something that is in your environment that might feel a little distracting. Your mind starts to follow that. So see if you can just come back into your body and follow your breath. Allow the muscles around your face to soften, your eyes, your jaw. And as we move through this practice tonight, just reminding ourselves of the 3 main principles of yin. So always working into an appropriate edge. Your first principle is to move into a shape to about 70% or so. So you don't want to go to any level of pain. You don't want to push past anything. The second 2 edges are holding still and holding for time. This is where the meditation part of your practice comes in, because when we're still, when we're quiet, the mind wants to wander. It wants to think, it wants to explore, it's on to the next. So it's a practice to teach yourself to be a little more aware, a little more calm, a little more quiet. We'll stay here for another minute or so. See if you can soften more, breath by breath, into the floor. Take another 3 breaths here. Nice and easy. And when you finish with your last breath, walking your feet closer to each other so that they're parallel to each other. So your feet are hip-width distance apart. Bring your arms by your side, palms facing down. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Just allow the weight of your right thigh to be heavy here. So you're noticing the big stretch to the outer right leg. Nice deep rotation into the hip joint as well. If this feels painful on your knee for any reason, straighten your left leg. You could also just bring both of your legs out long and take a slight bend in your right knee. So you're just bringing your knee out a little bit. So you always just want to be really gentle with yourself. If there's anything painful happening, you just want to release the compression slightly. And if this is going okay for you and you'd like to add on, gather your legs towards you. You can either interlace your hands behind your hamstring or on top of your shin. And then once you've found the position, go ahead and settle in. Tuck your chin a little bit to get long in the back of your neck. Feel the opening across the right outer hip. So with yin, you want to make sure that you're relaxing the muscles so that the stretch can get down into the connective tissue. So if you notice that you're holding any muscles, if you're gripping at all, see if you can release, even if it's only a little bit. Especially the area around your eyes. Your whole face can soften. I'm just noticing over time as you hold the shape, it might change. You might notice that the tissues start to open up a little bit. You might notice that the places that felt really intense don't feel so loud anymore. This is a great lesson in our yoga practice and also in our life, just the constant changing of everything. So there's no need to attach to things being a certain way. Just because there was pain for one moment doesn't mean there always will be. Let's take 3 more breaths here, nice and easy. And when you're finished with your 3rd breath, just as easy as you can, releasing your hands, bring your arms beside you, bring your left foot to the ground, uncross your left ankle, and just stretch your legs out long, coming into Shavasana. Allow your arms to rest, your body to rest. In these moments of stillness is a great opportunity to really feel the sensation of what's happening inside. So after taking a posture and then releasing, you might notice the sensation of fluid returning into the joint. You may feel the tissues returning to their normal shape. Really tuning in, feeling the rhythm of your breath, the cadence of your heartbeat. Bring your arms up over your head, bend your elbows, and grab for your opposite elbows. Walk your legs or walk your shoulders over to the right side of your mat. You'll just feel a nice big open stretch down the left side of your body. So once you feel that stretch, go ahead and stop right there. Make sure both of your shoulders are still down. And then walk your heels over to the bottom right corner of your mat. And you can choose to crisscross one or the other ankle on top. Doing your best to get nice and heavy here. So really relax as you breathe in and breathe out. So over the last few days, I've been up in this area of Colorado and Utah. And there's these beautiful, beautiful mountain structures. You can just see how over time just the water moving and the land shifting has created these magnificent shapes. Just kind of a testament to the magic of time. Especially in our yin practice, we're not trying to rush anything. There's no need to speed up. Just kind of be in each moment. If you want to take the stretch a little deeper, you can move slightly more to the right with your shoulders, with your legs, but you don't have to. Just go ahead and stay settled, stay relaxed if you like. Slowly coming out of the stretch. Bring your body back to center. Just coming into Shavasana. Allow your legs to go long, your arms to rest beside you. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Plant your feet on the ground. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. And we'll stay here for a moment or so. Just allowing the weight of your thigh to really drop down. Allow that stretch to happen with gravity here. So you're not pushing your leg. You're just allowing the posture to open up slowly. You'll notice if this is enough, or if you want to add on, bring your legs towards you and interlace your hands behind your hamstring. You could also grab the top of your shin. Make sure that your shoulders are even on the ground. Your hips feel even. Relax your whole face. And these deep hip opening postures are so helpful. These deep, dense tissues, they crisscross, they get stuck, they get adhered. And over time, they can get shorter and tighter. So we need to use our joints to their full range of motion in order to keep them lubricated and healthy and capable. So that's exactly what this practice does here. So we're helping to coax liquid into these tissues. Super helpful. Let's take 3 more breaths here. When you're finished with your last breath, just bringing your right foot to the ground. Uncross your left ankle. Bring your legs long, coming into Shavasana. Allow your body to rest in neutral. Bring your arms over your head, grab for opposite elbows. Walk your shoulders to the left. Shoulders come to the left, and then walk your heels over to the left. Make sure both of your shoulders are down, your hips feel even. You can adjust yourself if you need to. And get as heavy as you can, as soft as you can, and as quiet as you possibly can. If you're invited to come deeper, you are welcome. If you are happy where you are, stay. Just about a minute or so. And then slowly coming out. Bring yourself into Shavasana nice and long. Plant your feet on the ground and roll over onto your side. You can rest your head on your bicep for a moment. Then press your hands into the ground and lift yourself up to a seat. So sitting with your legs crossed and your eyes closed, you can pause here for a breath or two. Remember, you can always sit up on something if your knees are up really high. Bring your hands together at your chest, Anjali Mudra, the mudra for balance. So just reminding yourself of the balance you're trying to create. Take a full breath in. Bring your intention into your body. Open mouth, exhale, send it out. This time, inhale, Ujjayi, pull the breath in. And exhale, Ujjayi, send it out. Now slowly flutter your eyes open. Bring your right leg out to the side. So left leg in, left foot in, right leg out. Flex your right foot towards your face to bring some length into the back of your leg. Take an inhale to lift your chest. Face over your right leg, and then slowly bring yourself down. So a forward fold over your right leg. Keep your chest lifted for a moment here. Bring some length into your spine. Pull your chest forward through your arms. If this feels good, you can keep it like this. If you'd like to round, you can bring your forearms down to the ground. So it just kind of depends on what feels good for you, what you're ready for today. Maybe you start here, and then later as we hold the posture, you can move deeper if you like. If you need a bend in your right knee, or if you want to put a pillow under your right knee, that could be a really nice extra support. Calm down your breath. Soften your face. Let's find 3 more breaths here. And when you're finished with your 3rd breath, just gently lifting your chest. Take a moment before you move anything to let it all settle, let it all shift. Now keeping your left knee bent, bring your right foot over. So we're going to come into a seated twist. If this is too much on your bottom knee, you can straighten your bottom leg out. So sitting with your right knee bent, interlace your hands just below your knee. Sit nice and tall, lift your chest. You can hook your left elbow on your right knee. Tense your right fingertips behind you, look over your right shoulder and twist. Try to keep your chest lifted, your chin lifted. Spine nice and long here. So one of those postures that you need a little bit of muscle action here. So mostly in yin, we try to relax the muscles. But maybe in your arms, you have a little bit of a grip. Maybe there's a slight contraction of your abdominals, but see if you can relax your legs a little more. See if you can relax your face all the way. 3 more breaths right here. And when you're finished with your last breath, just slowly coming out. Bring your legs out long in front of you. And just give yourself a little shake. Just give your legs a little wiggle. Get some blood flow in there. Then turning to face the long end of your mat again, we'll do the same thing on the other side. So left leg out, right leg in. Sit nice and tall. Lift your chest. Inhale to reach your arms up. And then face your left leg. Sit nice and tall, and as you're ready, fold over your thigh. So remember, bending your knees, totally fine. Sliding a pillow under there, that's a great option. I like to keep my spine long, chest lifted to start. You want to create length in the spine before the fold. And then if you ever want to start rounding, if you feel invited to move deeper into the shape, you're always, always welcome. So these tissues, they're a little more plastic than elastic. It's the reason why they take, in our yin practice, we use time, because they just require a little something different. You'll notice as you're still for time that there may be more space. So you don't ever have to look for it or strive for it or try to create it. Just notice that your edge changes. You move into a shape and then breathe. And you might be invited to come down a little deeper as time goes on. So just really fine-tuning that muscle of awareness. You're strengthening, you're listening to yourself. 3 more breaths. And when you're finished with your last breath, just gently lifting yourself up, pausing for a moment, and then we'll take our seated twist. So just take your left foot, bring it on the outside of your right thigh. You can keep your right knee bent or straighten your right leg out if this is too much on your knee. Interlace your hands below your left knee, sit nice and tall, lift your chest. Now hook your right elbow on your left knee, tense your left fingertips behind you, lift your chest, and twist. So remember, you're trying to continuously lengthen the spine as you twist. So you're keeping spaces between the vertebrae. And a little bit of action in the arms in order to keep you in place. But see if you can soften everything else, the face, the legs. These twists are so good for digestion. You're also giving a nice rinse, a nice compression to all your internal organs. Inhale to lift. And exhale to twist. And slowly coming out of the twist, bring your legs out long and just give them a shake. We're going to come onto hands and knees, so coming into tabletop position, stack your shoulders over your wrists. So hands in your knees, shoulders over wrists. Let the top of your head stretch away from your tailbone. Inhale for cow pose. Drop your belly, lift your gaze. And exhale for cat. Press the mat away from you, round your spine. Inhale for cow pose. Drop your belly, lift your gaze. And exhale for cat. Press the mat away from you. Just get some blood flow into your spine. You can take a few more if you like. Any movement side to side, front to back. And find a neutral spine. Walk your hands out in front of you. We're coming into melting heart. So bring your forehead to the mat. Keep your hips up nice and high. Stretch your fingers forward. So this is a nice inversion, getting some blood flow into your brain. You're also getting a nice stretch to the inner arms. Keep your hips sinking back as you reach your fingers forward, and then allow your body to rest here, to soften. You can keep your hips up or sink your hips back for child's pose. Just depends on your knees. If this is too much on your knees, keep your hips upright. Forehead to the ground. This time allow your arms to relax. Soften your arms. Keep your hips up as much as you need to release the compression off of your knees. Feel your sideways stretch, your inner arm stretch, Your low back, lengthen out, decompress. Look forward to your hands. Come forward onto your belly. We're going to practice Sphinx pose next. First, stacking your hands on top of each other, bring your forehead to your hands and allow your whole body to relax. You can stay here if you like or add on by sliding your elbows towards your, or hands towards your elbows. And then walking your elbows back towards you as much as you like. The closer your elbows are to your shoulders, the deeper the compression in your spine. So you're in control of the stretch. And go ahead and settle in. Allow your muscles to soften and just relax in your bones here. Notice if you'd like to come a little deeper. Notice if you're feeling perfect where you are, or if you need to adjust and back out a little bit. And then making whatever adjustments that you need to make. If you want to increase the back bend even more, you can bend your knees and allow your heels to drape over your hips. Not only does our yin practice affect the connective tissue, it also affects the bones as well. So bones are also a yin tissue as well. So the compression is helping to stimulate the repair response, which over time creates more dense bone fiber. So they're just laying down new tissue, creating stronger bones over time. Relax your face. Come out of the posture slowly, the same way you came in, just gently lowering your legs down one by one. And bringing your arms out, stack your hands on top of each other, forehead to the back of your hands. Just rest. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Press yourself back. Once again, coming into child's pose just for a brief moment to lengthen the low back. And then walk your hands back to your hips. Slide your legs forward. Bring your feet towards your shins. Lengthen the back of your legs. So you can shift a little side to side. Reach your arms up over your head, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Hands come down to the ground right beside your legs. Maybe starting with a long spine, chest lifted, chin parallel to the ground. If over time you feel like you'd like to round, you can bring your chest down. You might bend your knees and slide something underneath there as well. Come back to your steady breath, your inhales, your exhales. Soften your face. Get right into your awareness, your sensation of your body. Noticing all of that length you're creating on the back line of your body, from your feet all the way up your legs, your hips, your low back, middle back, upper back, all the way to the top of your head. Folding over on your abdominals so you're getting some compression in there, which is really helpful for your digestion. On your next breath, slowly lift your chest. Bring your chest up to neutral. Then slide your seat forward and come all the way down to your backside. Bring your knees into your chest and give yourself a nice squeeze here. You can rock a little from side to side. And then making your way into your final Shavasana, let your legs go long and your arms rest beside you. So if there's anything that you need to do to make your Shavasana more comfortable, please go ahead and help yourself. If you need a pillow under your knees or your head, if you need a blanket, bringing your body to the ground in this final place of rest. This is where your body gets to receive the benefit of your practice and absorb all of your work. So resting here in your Shavasana for a few minutes, I'll let you know when it's time to come out. Follow your inhales and your exhales. And if you would like to stay in Shavasana, you are welcome to. If you're ready to bring some movement back into the body, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And then gently roll your head from side to side. And then roll yourself over onto your side and press yourself up into a seat. So coming up into a seat with your legs crossed or any other comfortable position. Bring your hands together at your chest, Anjali Mudra, Mudra for balance, uniting the right and left hemispheres of your brain, uniting the light and dark aspects of ourselves. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your evening to practice yoga, to do something wonderful for yourself. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.